There is someone whose life you have completely changed. Someone who was living one way before they encountered you and is now living an entirely different way because of the impact you made on their heart and soul. You became very special to them, not in a casual way, not in a way that will fade with time, but in a deep, transformative, life-altering way. And now, because of how you change their world, because of how special you become to them, they are preparing to do something that will change your world too. They are getting ready to take a step that will prove just how much you mean to them. Let me tell you the story of what happened. Let me show you how you changed this person's world without even fully realizing what you were doing. Before you came into their life, this person was lost. Not physically lost, but spiritually and emotionally adrift. They were going through the motions of life without real purpose. They were surrounded by people, but feeling deeply alone. They were searching for something, though they could not quite name what it was. They had achievements, they had responsibilities, they had a routine, but something essential was missing. There was an emptiness inside them that nothing seemed to fill. They tried many things to fill that emptiness. They tried staying busy, constantly working, constantly doing, hoping that productivity would bring meaning. They tried surrounding themselves with friends, with activities, with distractions. They tried looking for fulfillment in accomplishments, in recognition, in the approval of others. But nothing worked. The emptiness remained. And worse, they were starting to lose hope that they would ever find what they were looking for. And then you appeared. Maybe you came into their life suddenly, or maybe you were there all along, but they finally noticed you. Either way, something about your presence began to shift something inside them. At first, they did not understand what was happening. They just knew that when they were around you, or even when they thought about you, something felt different. Something felt lighter. Something felt right. You changed their world by showing them what real faith looks like. They had been struggling with their relationship with God. Maybe they had drifted away. Maybe they were going through the motions of religious practice without real connection. Maybe they were questioning, doubting, feeling distant from the Creator. But then they saw you. They saw how you live your life with genuine devotion. They saw how your faith is not just something you talk about, but something that guides your every decision. They saw how you turn to God in every situation, how you trust Him even when things are difficult, how you speak about Him with love and reverence, and something awakened in them. Watching you made them want to reconnect with God. Your example inspired them to fix their prayers, to open the Quran again, to speak to God with sincerity. You did not preach to them. You did not lecture them. You simply lived your faith authentically, and that authenticity called them back to their own faith. You changed their world by helping them find God again. And that is the most profound change anyone can experience. You change their world by showing them what real character looks like. Before you, they were surrounded by people who wore masks, who said one thing and did another, who were kind only when it benefited them. They had become cynical, believing that everyone was selfish, that genuine goodness was just an act people performed. But then they observed you. They watched how you treat people with the same kindness, whether they can help you or not. They saw your integrity, how you keep your word, how you are honest even when lie would be easier. They witnessed your compassion, your patience, your willingness to help others without expecting anything in return. You restored their faith in humanity. You showed them that good people still exist, that character still matters, that there are still souls in this world who choose righteousness over convenience. And this changed how they see the world. It changed how they want to be in the world. They started working on their own character, inspired by yours. They started trying to be more honest, more kind, more patient. You changed their world by making them want to be a better person. You changed their world by making them feel seen. This person had been invisible for so long. People looked at them but did not really see them. People talked to them but did not really hear them. They were surrounded by relationships that were shallow, superficial, based on what they could provide rather than who they truly were. They had learned to hide their real self, to show people only what they wanted to see, because being authentic had always led to disappointment. But with you, something was different. You saw them, really saw them. You noticed the small things about them that others overlooked. You remembered details they mentioned in passing. You asked questions that showed you were genuinely interested in understanding who they are, not just interacting with the surface version they show the world. You made them feel like they mattered, like their thoughts and feelings and experiences were important. And this feeling of being truly seen, maybe for the first time in their life, changed everything for them. You changed their world by giving them hope. Before you, they had given up on certain dreams. They had stopped believing that they could find a partner who would truly understand them, who would value the same things they value, who would build a life that honors God. They had watched so many relationships around them fail. They had seen people settle for less than they deserved. They had heard so many stories of disappointment and heartbreak that they started to believe that maybe real, blessed, God-centered love was just a fantasy. But then you came into their life, and suddenly hope came back. You showed them that what they had been praying for actually exists. You showed them that there are people who prioritize faith, who value character, who want to build something meaningful and lasting. Just knowing that someone like you exists in the world gave them hope again. Hope that they might not have to settle. Hope that they might actually find what they have been asking God for. Hope that their future could be different, better, more beautiful than their past. You changed their world by becoming their answered prayer. They had been praying for someone exactly like you even before they met you. They had been asking God to send them someone with a good heart, someone with strong faith, someone who would be a source of peace and blessing in their life. They had been specific in their prayers, describing qualities, character traits, values. And then they met you, and it felt like God had been listening all along and had been preparing you just for them. This realization changed everything. It made them believe in God's timing in a way they never had before. It made them grateful for every disappointment that came before you, because now they understand that God was protecting them, redirecting them, making sure they did not settle for less than what He had planned. You changed their world by being proof that God answers prayers, that He knows what we need better than we know ourselves, that His plan is always better than ours. And now, because you have changed their world so completely, because you become so incredibly special to them, they are preparing to do something. They are getting ready to take action. They are planning to make their intentions clear. They are working up the courage to approach you or to approach your family in the proper Islamic way. They are preparing to tell you that you are not just someone they admire from a distance. You are someone they want to build a life with. They are scared. They are nervous. They are worried about what you will say, how you will respond, whether you feel even a fraction of what they feel. But they are also determined, because you change their world, and they cannot imagine going back to life without you in it. They cannot imagine not trying, not taking a chance, not making their feelings and intentions known. They are praying. They are asking God to make this easy if it is good. They are asking for the right words, the right timing, the right approach. They are asking God to soften your heart toward them if this union is meant to be. They are asking for courage to take this step despite their fear. So this is where you are right now. You have changed someone's world without even fully knowing the extent of your impact. You have become incredibly special to someone who is now preparing to step forward and make that known. And very soon, you are going to be faced with a choice. When they approach you, when they make their intentions clear, when they ask to pursue this properly through family and faith, what will you say? Will you recognize that God might have brought you into their life for the same reason He brought them into yours? Will you consider that maybe you changed their world because God wanted you to be part of it? Will you pray and seek guidance about whether this person who values you so deeply might be the answer to your own prayers? You changed their world, and now they are ready to do everything in their power to become a permanent, blessed part of yours.
O God, you are the creator of all hearts. You know what we feel before we even understand it ourselves. You see our tears when no one else does. You hear our silent prayers in the middle of the night. We come to you now with open hearts, asking for your help and your guidance. O God, if what we are feeling right now is meant for us, if this person is truly written in our destiny, if this connection will bring goodness into our lives and help us become better versions of ourselves, then please make the path easy for us. Remove whatever stands in the way. Bring clarity where there is confusion. Bring courage where there is fear. And help us to trust in your timing, even when waiting feels so hard. But oh God, if this is not meant for us, if this person or this situation will bring us pain, if it will lead us away from our true purpose, if it will hurt us in ways we cannot yet see, then please remove it from our hearts. We know this is not easy to ask for, but we trust that you see what we cannot see. You know what we do not know. And what you have planned for us is always better than what we plan for ourselves. God, we ask you to protect our hearts. In this world, it is so easy to be deceived. It is so easy to see what we want to see instead of what is really there. Grant us wisdom to recognize genuine love from false promises. Help us to see people for who they truly are, not who we hope they will become. Give us strength to walk away from anything that does not serve our highest good, even when every part of us wants to stay. God, we pray for patience. We live in a world that moves so fast, where everything is instant, where waiting feels like punishment. But we know that the best things in life are worth waiting for. Help us to trust your timing. When we feel anxious, calm our hearts. When we feel desperate, remind us that you are always working behind the scenes. When we feel forgotten, show us signs that you are near. God, we ask you to heal every wounded heart that is listening to these words right now. For anyone who has been betrayed, grant them the strength to trust again. For anyone who has been abandoned, remind them that you never abandon your children. For anyone who feels unworthy of love, help them see themselves through your eyes, as the precious creation that they are. For anyone who has given up hope, restore their faith that better days are coming. O God, we pray for clarity in our relationships. Help us to communicate with honesty and kindness. Help us to listen with open minds and compassionate hearts. Where there is misunderstanding, bring understanding. Where there is distance, bring closeness. Where there is doubt, bring certainty. And where there is love, let it be pure, healthy, and true. God, we ask you to guide us toward the right person at the right time. Not just someone who makes our heart race, but someone who brings peace to our soul. Not just someone who is beautiful on the outside, but someone who is beautiful on the inside. Not just someone who says the right words, but someone whose actions match their words. Someone who will respect us, cherish us, support our dreams, and walk beside us through all the seasons of life. Oh God, we know that we are not perfect. We have made mistakes. We have hurt others and we have hurt ourselves. We have been selfish at times. We have been impatient. We have doubted your plan. Please forgive us for all the ways we have fallen short. Cleanse our hearts of bitterness, jealousy, and anger. Fill us instead with love, gratitude, and peace. God, we surrender our worries to you. We release our need to control everything. We stop trying to force things to happen on our timeline. We accept that some doors close because you are protecting us from what is behind them. We trust that when one door closes, you always open a better one. We believe that your plans for us are plans of hope and goodness, not plans to harm us. O most compassionate one, we place all of our hopes, all of our dreams, all of our fears into your hands. You are the one who writes destinies. You are the one who brings hearts together. You are the one who heals what is broken. We trust you completely, even when we do not understand. We have faith in you, even when the road is dark. We know that you are always guiding us toward what is best. Please accept this prayer. Answer it in the way that is perfect for each person listening. Give us what we need, even if it is different from what we think we want. Keep our hearts connected to you above all else, because that is where true peace is found. We ask all of this with humble hearts and complete trust in your infinite wisdom and endless love. Amen. 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 May you be blessed beyond measure. May your heart find the peace it is searching for. May the right person find their way to you at exactly the right moment. And may you always remember that you are loved, you are valued, and you are never alone. God is with you always. Keep your faith strong. Keep your heart open. And keep trusting that something beautiful is on its way to you. Until the next message, take care of yourself. You are more special than you know. Amen.